Mordecai just came through at the last possible second here. Trade very effectively at low levels, so you can kind of expect with Leona Nautilus that they will go back and forth in these trades. This will happen time and time again, but now they're going to all in for this one. Shinmo is the target. First blood goes the way of Loken. He wants a flash. No, it doesn't follow up.
And there's the difference right there that we talked about.
No different for BLG either. Meteor has very much been the linchpin of this team, and especially moving towards the mid lane to set Fofo up has been
a little bit wary about fully committing to these objectives. And as this Rift Tower starts to spawn and Wings has already set it up, may try to contest, but they have to be careful, at least when they do come in here.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's here already. Fofo gets the electrocute procced. I think maybe this is JDG saying, not 100% sure. Here we go. Apparently they are. Lumao's gone in, takes a good chunk of damage, but they're going to trade it for Shinmo. Base goal to keep him safe. There's an arrow onto Meteor. See you later as the Slicing Maelstrom gets a couple of stuns, but not enough damage to finish anyone off. Shinmo out of the fight as King goes down. It's a double kill now for Yagao as Lumao just about gets away. And Zoom, he's playing bouncer on the front line, keeping everybody away.
Yagao hasn't got a lot in the tank here, although with double TPs, we're going to fight.
BLG want to go for this one, and Loken knows it. Starts the fight with the ulti, and Kenyon is just going to be onto Yagao in the back line. Can he finish off this kill? 1v1, Yagao gets away, and in the meantime, BLG trying to skirmish this one out, but Kanavi's jumped into everybody, and the BLG health bars are falling low, but Loken now has been found by King and forced to flash out himself as King is running rampant in this one. Finally goes down. Yagao is arriving once again. Zoom is still here. It's 2 for 1 so far. But ultimately,
try and play with this team. Like, these are mega names in the scene that you thought you'd hope to see a lot more from, but sitting down in 11th place right now.
Well, these mega names in the scene are looking for a Rift Herald, but Zoom's coming from the backside. He's going to throw the Nature's Grasp across the whole squad. And Fofo has been found by a bear. He's going to get chopped on down as well. But here's the Slicing Maelstrom that we wanted before. Kingen gets into the fight, finishes off Loken early, but Shinmo is low, forced to flash away. Meteor goes down here. And once again, it's a close fight, but once again,
their own backline, they get onto Loken, and the only reason that fight wasn't as disastrous as it could have been was Loken actually had a stopwatch for that play. He just sold it. And even then, Meteor provides so much damage in these fights as well as the set with that haymaker powered up. So try and see his Kingen already looking for a flank here, but Yagao also trying to keep him at bay.
We're going to have that 1v1 once again that we saw earlier on in the Inferno Dragon fight. Dragon taken down to half health. There is Meteor, face breaker on the whole squad. That is a great CC chain, but absolutely no damage to follow it. Now Shinmo is the target. Face call to keep him safe. The Zoom gets out with his own life once again. Now we're 5v5, strong still, but JDG are the ones in position on the Dragon as it resets back into the pit. It looks like they're not done just yet. Yagao stops Kingen from recalling. And eventually this Dragon goes down. Now Zoom into the play, and everybody going to follow up as well. Fofo the first one to fall. Yagao finally gets the 1v1. And now he can collapse onto the rest of the squad as well. Loken's still going strong as well as Wings flashed on under the tower. Loken's going to chase this one down. Ethereal Chains won't quite be enough. But you know what? They still take the fight.
And they'll get
some lead over that of Fofo.
Especially when Fofo is also going towards that Banshee's Veil. You can see the difference there. And that means that Yagao, very big threat on this side.
He's going to go straight. See you later, Fofo. Oh, my days. Well, the fight's already over. There's not much to commentate here. Is BLG, they're just going to flee with their tails between their legs here. And I mean,
at least for now, BLG are just going to try and get some sort of vision control in around Baron to stop JDG from going towards that arc.
My goodness. I'm kind of reeling from the damage he just did. Fofo is able to steal away from JDG this game, Dagda. It's not looking good for them. And when we talk about the standings, this series really matters. Kanavi has been found. Wings trying to follow up as well, but Kanavi survived. And now they're going to try and turn it around. They just grasp across the team. Shinmo the target as he gets a knock-up, and in comes King with a Slicing Maelstrom. Maybe this is the moment for BLG. Stopwatch used though, and maybe it's not the moment for BLG because they just don't have any damage. It looked so good so many times over the last 30 seconds. Now has the blue buff, so he's going to be able to threaten Fofo once again. He knows exactly where Fofo is, and he wants to make the play. Chains go wide, though. It means he has to back away once more, but those cooldowns will come up again very shortly. Gal pops his Banshees here. Zoom just going to try and keep them away here. Baron goes their way. Meteor will be the next one to fall. And now it's a matter of chasing once again. The slow's coming out. Wings has to get over the wall here, and Loken won't flash over to keep going here. Fofo, he's going to be gone. There's not a lot more to say about this fight, Dagda, as Shinmo just tried to escape. Loken jumps over once again as his Mimic came off.
Right now, though, is that they're so far ahead, and they have so much CC, so much opportunity to lock her up, and this is just not the style of composition that Kalista wants to play into.
Hang on, Crystalline Arrow onto Shinmo, but Face Call keeps him safe. Zoom's behind everyone, by the way, as he wants to start this fight off its style. Shinmo is running out of defensives here. Still has the flash available, but he's not going to have any chance to use it. Pulls everyone back into the fight, does Meteor, as another double kill comes through for Loken. Fofo is going to be the next target, and you can try as much as you like, but there's no way out of that one. And now Yagao in a 2v1 in the meantime. He's going to get stunned up. The Ren used, but it's not going to be enough. Flash forward, and Yagao gets yet another kill for himself. Loken gets a double to top it all off. Another ace. It might be scattered, but an ace is an ace. And it's 420. JDG are blazing it.
And they're meant to blaze through this base as well. Structures will be raised, as you can already see. Maokai and Leona have gone in.
Like 5 minutes ago, we talked about the Medjais. It's 25 stacks already. That is disgusting, Doug.
Yeah, it's been non-stop aggression here from JDG. Looking so clean in this game. And honestly, BLG, this was what we were worried about. This is why we're looking at them saying this is not a team that looks like they can make that playoff contention, because this has just been JDG running away with this.
Zoom is going to take a bit of a love tap from Meteor here, but, I mean, look at his items.
Yeah. So, just to make things even worse for Wings, but it's just, this is just obnoxious.
What if I just ulted the dragon? Like, I know it doesn't matter, but that's like the level that JDG are at right now. That's how far. You know, I wanted to see more out of this Kennen. I saw the Kennen, and I was like, hey, we're going to have some team fights. This is going to be beautiful, blah, blah, blah. But, nah, it's not happening. The bottom two inhibs have already gone, which means now JDG can just waltz into the top side and just steal this tower away.
I'm looking at Luma. Look, I know it's a redemption he picked up. That's the better item. But I just want to see someone build like a Righteous Glory or Australians and just watch JDG just run over BLG with all the CC, all the damage, and especially when you've got so much engage. I mean, it just feels like once you get on top of these guys, you just ruin them.
I think that's why he's not doing it right. They're not exactly struggling for ways into the fight at this point. Speaking of which, Kanavi's found a way into the fight. Meteor with a good face breaker, but in the meantime, Yagao just annihilates 1v1. There's another kill for Loken. I mean, this one's over. There's a flash for a stun. They want more kills. Why not? Pad the KDA, right? Because Zoom sure as hell ain't going to go down. Neither's Kanavi, as they're just going to play bruisers, keeping everyone on the fountain. They're the bouncers, and the Rift is the club right now. And BLG, you're not allowed in. The Nexus is going to fall. And a dominant stomp here from JDG, but it should be expected from the second team of the league.
BLG have just been told to go get a coffee and try again, mate, in game number 2. But I'm not at the moment, but I'm not a fan of the comp that BLG have right now. So it feels very much like it's heavily reliant on ADD. Zoom already, as we said, use that to get back to lane, but looks like they're just going to back away from this, not really wanting to over-aggressive. Honestly, I think that this is going to be the plan that we see from JDG for a little while.
It's down. Going to get a lot of that gold over to the Akali as Shinmo aggressed upon here. They should be able to finish this first kill of the game off. There's the Haymaker to finish off in the end. Kanavi just about survives with Meteor. Going to flash to try and answer for this one. Wings gets one kill, and it's actually BLG that come out on top of the play.
ADD gets enough of a shield. BLG are starting to create some nice opportunities for themselves.
So far, so good for BLG. And now moving on towards this dragon as well. Fofo's here to make sure that Yagao can't step in. Meteor should be able to smite this one out. So a nice little series of plays out of BLG. They win out the fight, they get themselves...
Gunblade, which is the big pickup for Fofo. This is where Akali becomes a real nuisance to deal with, and they're looking to enable him even more.
My language! That is exactly what I needed to hear, Dagda. You've cheered me right up. Now on to Zoom, as Fofo wants to see some fights as well, and he's going to be able to see them as he's starting them, looking for a solo kill. Doesn't get it, because Meteor grabbed himself in his...
Because they did use them in those engagements, which means I give this over towards Zoom because he still has more utility in these fights, but here comes the double TP.
Here we go, Dragon down low. It's going to be taken by BLG in the end, as is the fight apparently, as they're just charging into this one. Yagao going to be caught up in the middle of the pit as well. double kill goes to Meteor, and Fofo looking to clean up as well. Grabbed one onto Yagao already. Zoom, blast cone shenanigans, and he somehow gets out on top of everything, slows everyone. And I guess the blast a couple of times in a row. They do get the CC at the last second there. ADD, you know, it was a valiant effort, mate, but it wasn't enough. Haymaker comes through. There's a true shot barrage just to make sure that Loken snags a bit of that gold as well. This will be the tower now, going down for JDG.
And this is JDG saying, hey, look, we realize we don't want to fight you with this Rift Tower. We need to make plays elsewhere. But it is traded 1-for-1 with Fofo pushing in top. And now BLG can threaten this mid lane structure as well. It's gone.
And you know what? Wings moving into this mid lane alongside a Herald. This is going to be the tower taken. So BLG finding multiple towers in trade for that one in the bottom side. But
Lumau's jumping in. Kanavi's getting involved as well. There's an opportunity with the shield from ADD for him to set up for a perfect fight here.
Oh, here we go. The Shenel on top of Fofo as well, but they're not quite going to be able to get it right yet. Kanavi got the dragon in the end, and Lumau flashes out to safety. Slow onto everyone. So BLG, they find the kill onto Kanavi, but they don't get the dragon. So there is playmaking potential here, JDG, but they're in a 4 versus 5. It looks like they're willing to commit to it, though. 2,500 health on the Baron. And BLG, they can just go for this. They can just finish it off. They'll do exactly that. And I like this from BLG. They're
in the top. Plus, because you're dealing with so many people in the mid lane, well, BLG are able to get this bottom lane structure.
So that's one tower on the Baron count here from the side of BLG, but they've only got 45 seconds left. Looks like they want to try and crack open this bottom inhib here. Wings is going to be there to do the damage, but Yagao pushes them back. Lumau's off on the side, and that's going to be enough of a threat to push them away here. Only 30 seconds left.
They should be able to get one more wave towards the tower here, though. As you can see, Wings shoving in this wave here as just his own wave comes to hit the tower, so they could potentially get this structure. Navi only roam the top now.
Lumau X-splashes over. Wings is still here, though. And once again, BLG called the bluff. They're like, look, Lumau, we know you're not going to go for that one. We know the rest of you. And he sort of disappointed me for a lot of this split. I wanted to see more out of him. And the thing that everyone was saying when he came out of the LDL was that he was a great team fighter. Aphelios is the perfect champion for that. And this could be the game. This could be the stage for him to show off. And it doesn't feel like JDG really have much of an answer right now.
You can see how terrified they are of Wings will get in towards the backline here for Wings with Lumau on the side. He's on his own. Wings is actually in a pretty precarious situation.
Lumau can make the magic happen here, but Loken going to be knocked up. Lumau brings in Wings. The Emperor's Divide is huge. Have they got the damage to follow it up? Though Wings goes down at the end of this one as Loken still free-firing Fofo, trying to clean up the rest of the fight. He's on to Zoom now. Loken's got to do everything, but he's found himself alone. Lumau and Zoom are both way too low to help out the AD carry, but he's somehow surviving. The death stance is absolutely clutch. Gets one more kill as ADD answers with it onto his support. Fofo is low and he can't get back into the fight. Zoom still surviving. ADD getting taken down somehow.
Perfect spot. Flashes over the wall, gets on towards Wings, and Loken somehow, some way for Fofo to set things up.
How is ADD the top damage in that fight? I'm kind of impressed.
Shen does a lot of damage. It's surprising how much that guy hurts.
Sunfire Cape is a hell of a drug. Dragon goes down though. BLG have found themselves Infernal Soul. That might just be lights for JDG unless they get some kind of miracle here. Good ult from Yagao. Ults galore, in fact, it's JDG without Infernal Soul. I was going to say winning the fight, not any longer here because Fofo is on top of everyone. Yagao has to go absolutely Super Saiyan, but the Akali should easily finish that one off. It's another kill going Fofo's way as he gets himself a triple kill right now. He's got damage. He's in a 2v1. Gets shut down. I thought he could have looked for a penta, but now it's ADD to come in and clean things up. 4 kills on either side. Terrifying at this stage in the game. Doesn't have a whole lot of armor. Pen Yagao. Oh my god, it's just beautiful. Now, Wings is already down into his GA. True Shot Barrage is a little bit early. Wings will be answered with, but Yagao fell as well. Fofo now, a little bit too deep, has the perfect execution out of the play. So mid laner for bot laner, and JDG decide that's enough to stop Baron.
That play from Yagao may have just saved the game for JDG. Picking off Wings, getting the ult out of ADD, and that GA means there's so little here for BLG. No perfect execution either for Fofo in this fight.
They're just going to commit to this one. This would be a 50-50 smite, but Kanavi gets it. Lumau pulling everybody in as well. Fofo down to half, and he's scared to go any further into the play here. ADD Shadow Dash away, but he's stunned and will be finished off. No, flash over the wall here. Collateral damage doesn't hit, but Loken, he's going to commit his flash to this play.
They're trying to see if they can get some advantages off of this Baron. You've still got 8 seconds on Yagao, but he'll have his teleport very soon, whereas it's 50 seconds for ADD. But I think right now, JDG will be happy with just taking that tower and then turning towards the attack.
So now, moment of truth here for JDG against an Infernal Soul. Can they make this siege work out? Can they make this Baron pay off? Because if not, this game might just go the way of BLG. They're going to get a good amount of siege damage down here.
JDG are super strong in this siege. You've got that Azir who can poke under tower. Loken does a bunch of damage under these structures as well. And I mean, who's going to deal with these cannon creeps? Kali can't, Wings can't either unless he hits a Calibrum onto it. So as JDG, you can just sit here and let the minions do the work.
That's precisely what they're going to do. They're going to still have a full minute left of this Baron buff as they move in towards the inhib here. Loken should be able to get some hits. ADD's off to the side. He's going to be fishing for a way into the play, but as you rightly mentioned, the cannon's still going strong. The inhib will fall here. That's a nice little play from JDG to find themselves back on top of this one. Let's bear in mind, they've now found
on the cards. I don't know if JDG can just burst this one down.
I don't know, this one's going to be tense. There's a hook coming through from Shinmo. As Yagao moves over to the blue buff, he's pretty low on mana at the start of this fight. Zoom engaged upon. Wings takes a chunk from the True Shot Barrage. Fofos on the backline here. Loken knocked up, but there's no follow-up immediately. Kanavi is going to get absolutely burst down, though. And now it's an important fight for JDG. They don't have a jungler. They can't go for the smite fight. They've just got to try and team fight this one out. But Loken forced away. Yagao not having the damage just yet. This is 4v5 in favor of BLG.
A lot of pokes still on this JDG side.
Oh, Loken's caught by Wings as they go in for the play. Lumao gets onto the backline. Facebreaker across the team as well, but it's Wings that gets the first kill of this play. Now Empress divide across everyone. Yagao surviving. Wings stuck over the wall. Doesn't have flash available. He's going to get collapsed upon, but he somehow got away from that one. It was just a heal. The movement speed
going to be able to back away. Both these side lanes, though, have a lot of creeps from JDG, which can take down more structures while JDG keep everyone busy.
Good damage coming on through. Wings is in trouble and taking down JDG. They are baiting and outsmarting BLG. In guns Fofo, but it's too little too late. And you know, somehow JDG have pulled this one off against an Infernal Soul. I don't know how they do it, Doug.
It's all from Lumao and Loken. Every single time we look at these engagements that are going astray, that are gone awry, Lumao gets that pick onto to Wings to start it off. Yagao with the next pick. And then in this team fight, a big showstopper from Lumao into Loken, progressing forward will send JDG into the victory.
And when I said, hang on, we've got one last fight on our hands here, as it is going to be Yagao that goes down early. His life is going to be traded, though. ADD will be the next one to fall as Loken just wailing away. These towers will fall. When I said Kanavi was no longer the primary carry, it was Loken. I didn't expect Kanavi to just go 1-6 and see if he could test Loken's will. But you know what? Loken stepped up, as did Yagao, as did Lumao. JDG with a 2-0.
And why JDG are really becoming a potent squad is because they no longer have to just rely on Kanavi. You have these carries. Game number 1, Yagao and LeBlanc. Game number 2, Loken on this Ezreal alongside Lumao looking amazing on the set. This is why JDG are currently sitting number 2.